Were you there in the last class? Okay. Then say whatever you understood. Inheritance. Sorry? Derived from parent class, not from child class. Deriving behavior or let's say property from parent. You won't derive from child, right? You derive from your parents. So there will be two classes involved at least. Class A, let's say this is parent. If you want a child, class B, you have to inherit. You have to just pass the class name inside. Okay, that's it. This is child. Encapsulation, can you? Yeah, whatever you understand. Remote repair. Yeah. Louder. Louder. Yeah. Encapsulation is, we can say, so what he said is, there will be private variables, we will hide it from the people who don't have access to, right? So, you can say hiding things. Encapsulation. And next, polymorphism.
The single class has multiple functions. Like if you take a class which is speak now, dog, walk, cat,
Yeah, great. So one person having multiple personality, like polymorphism. Poly means many, morph means forms. One person, many forms. But here we don't have person. We can say methods. Okay. One, we will be having the same method name. Yesterday we had an example of eat, right? In different location, the eat behaves differently, right? So whichever class this eat belongs to, according to that behavior changes. So that's what the polymorphism is. Name will be one, but behavior is multiple. Okay. So today, let's continue with the abstraction. So abstraction, we can say we should know what it does, but we don't care how it is doing the job, right? We should know what it does. We should know what it is doing, what, right? We don't care. We don't care how it is done. Okay? We don't care about the how part, only what part we are interested on. Okay? For example, yeah, okay. So abstraction is something that we should write a code such a way that all the complex codes should be behind the scene. Complex codes. Okay? User should not see what is happening and all. Okay? Only what is it? Implementation, we have to just call that function. So whatever the complex logic is there, that we have to hide it somewhere inside, and we should not care what is happening inside, but we should know what that function is doing. For example, we have one method called length, right? Length of, if you pass any list here, we are using this function called length and we are passing the list. What we know, if I do this, I will get the length of that list or size of that list. I don't care about what logic is happening inside. Okay? I don't care about what is happening inside. All I know is if I call this, I get the length. For example, using your using the food ordering app, all you do is you press the order button, right? You press order now button. You don't care about what is happening behind the scene. Those are complex codes are hidden, right? So that's what the abstraction is. All you know is if you press this button, food will come. You should not care about, or you don't care about what is happening, how food is getting prepared, how delivery guy is doing this job. No, nothing. All you should know is if I press this button, food will come. So behind the scene many things happens that you have to put inside, somewhere inside. So that concept, such kind of concepts are called abstraction. Yeah. Any questions? Do you understand what I said? Do you understand? No, if you did not, you can say. If you did not understand. So, one of the main 4 pillars of OOPS, one of them is abstraction. What abstraction? The meaning of abstraction is, in simple line, this is what I can say. We should know what it is doing, but we should not care how it is done. Okay? We should not care about what is happening behind the scene. One example is in the Zomato app, we press this button. All we know is if we press this button, food will come. Whatever happening inside, we should not care. So such kind of concept is called abstraction. Okay. Yesterday, I have discussed things in Indian wedding style, right? If I take that kind of situation, can anyone give any example where I can implement this abstraction in this situation? Think. Thing is very simple. We should know what it is done, what it does, but we don't care how it is happening. What are we interested in? Weddings. Exactly. Right. What we do? We go, we sit there, we say we need food. Right. We need food. If you say this or if you sit there, just that is one of the action. You don't care about how food is getting prepared. All those are behind the scene. Behind the scene. All you know is if you go and sit in one place, you will get food. Right? That is called abstraction. You don't care about how food is getting prepared, how much expense that particular food department is taking, or how many people are involved in that, what are the recipes. You don't care. All you know is if I sit there, I'll get food. So that is abstraction. Right? I'll sit, I'll get food. You should not care about what is happening. So in Python, it's quite strange that Python by default doesn't have the support of implementing abstraction. It's quite strange. Maybe it might come in the future implementation. In the future version it might come. But right now if we want to implement abstraction in Python, we have to import one class. One package. Package name is called from ABC. This is the package name. From this package we have to import ABC and one decorator name. The decorator name is abstract method. For whichever, see, yeah. If you want to implement abstraction, we need to do two things. Okay, one abstract class, abstract method inside this one. Okay. To make any class as abstract, we have to inherit this. Let's say I want to create one class called wedding and I want to make it abstract. Okay. Let's say I have a class called wedding. I want to make it abstract. Why will I make it abstract? All the complex code I will be writing here, right? So to make it abstract, you have to inherit this. What happens when we do inheritance? Whatever that parent had, we will get that. This has all the abstraction codes, and if we implement this will automatically become an abstraction. Okay, we don't have to care about it. This is like abstraction of abstraction. Okay, there are many things inside ABC. You should not care about it. All we know is, if I do this will become abstraction. Once again repeating, here there are many things inside ABC. I don't care about it. So there are many things inside ABC. The full form of ABC is abstract base class. Okay, abstract base class. There are many things inside this. I don't care about it. All I know is, if I inherit, this will become an abstract class. That is called abstraction. Even while implementing abstract class, we are using the concept called abstraction, right? So now wedding became abstract class. Okay. Now in this you have to create one method. To create that method, we have to first let me write the method. The method is doing something. To make this method as an abstract method, I have to mention abstract method in the decorator. So when we create an abstract method, or let's say I'm creating an abstract class, keep this in mind. I can't create object on this class. Keep this in mind. You cannot create an object on abstract class. creating an object and playing with it doesn't make any sense, right? So abstraction should be hidden somewhere. So that's why we should not be able to create an object. So that's why if a class is abstract class, we cannot create object on this. Keep this in mind. I will show you. From ABC, import ABC abstract method, reading ABC, abstract method. Okay, whatever. So one class is ready. Method is also ready. Let me create an object on top of it. Okay. So this is how we create a object, right? So what is saying? Can't instantiate abstract class wedding without an implementation for abstract method enjoy food. There are so many details in it. Can't instantiate. What is the meaning of instantiate? What is the meaning of this? Instantiate. Yeah? We cannot create an object, okay? Not instantiate. We cannot create object. Okay. Cannot instantiate abstract class wedding. So, how did the program got to know this wedding is an abstract class? How did a program got to know that the wedding class is an abstract class? How? Yeah? No. Decorator comes later. Here I am only talking about wedding class, right? Wedding class became abstract class because I have inherited abstract base class. Just by you inherit it, automatically that class becomes an abstract class. Not because of the method. Okay. So abstract without an implementation for abstract method enjoy food. This says one more detail. Whenever you have an abstract method, if you are using this class somewhere, for example, if you are creating any child from it, in that child class, this method, this abstract method should have an implementation. That means all the child class must have this class and implementation should be done. If I have a class child and I am inheriting wedding, okay, wedding is an abstract class, I am inheriting it. Now I am creating now I have to create, I'm not saying I have to create this function. That's mandatory. If I have an abstract class in the parent, I have to create a function and give some logic here. That is mandatory. These are all the things you have to keep in mind. Okay. If a parent has abstract method, if you are inheriting that class, then that class must have the same method with implementation. This is a rule. let's see if I don't create, what happens. Okay. So what it is saying? Can't instantiate abstract class child without an implementation for abstract method enjoy food. What it is saying is, a parent have a method, abstract method enjoy food. Okay. If you are inheriting, you have to have the same method with the implementation. Otherwise, you will get an error. So how to avoid this error? We have to create one method with the same name. Okay. Now there is no error. Why? Because we have created the method with the same name and we did an implementation. Whatever you write code, that is implementation. The rule is very simple here. If the parent is abstract class, if that class has an abstract method, if you are inheriting the class, then you have to have the same method name with some implementation.
We can pass also, sir.
Yeah?
We can pass.
What was?
Suppose we don't want to use that method, we want to create a new method, but we have to create one method, right?
The thing is, this enjoy should be there.
So
It must
pass
exist
that.
in this child.
Suppose we don't want to use enjoy food, so we have to pass that.
I mean, if you don't want to implement anything, pass it. The thing is, that name should be there, that function should be there. If that function doesn't exist, then you get an error. Enjoy food should be there. I'll repeat once again. Things to keep in mind, very important. Okay. The concept is abstraction. What is abstraction? The complex code will be behind. We don't care what is happening inside. We just have to know, if I do this, this will happen. Okay. If I do this, this will happen. I don't care about how it is happening. Okay. So that kind of concept is called abstraction. Okay. Now, if I want to create one abstract class, what you should do? Typically, how you will create class? To create class keyword, you write a class name. If you do pass, one class is created. Correct. Now, if you want to make this class as abstract class, what you should do is, you have to import something from ABC, abstract base class, import capital ABC, and one more thing. We'll import that later. Okay. Now, if I have to make this as abstract class, I have to write it here. All I know is, if I do like this, this will become abstract class. I don't know what is inside ABC. You should not care about it. That is abstraction. Okay. So now I have written ABC. This became abstract class. Now, in this abstract class, if I want to create an abstract method, I have to import this decorator, abstract method. First, let me write one function, write one method, function. Okay. What it is taking self. Whenever it is self, what type of method is that? Instance method. Okay. So I'm writing some logic here. Okay. Suppose if I want to make this method as abstract method, all I have to do is on top of that just write abstract method. So to make a class abstract, do ABC. To make a method abstract, just write abstract method. One more rule is, if you are creating any child, okay, if you are creating any child from the abstract class, okay, now if you just do pass, it will throw error. Why? If the parent has the abstract method, you have to have that method in the child with the same name. Write some buzz. So this is the cleaner way to implement abstraction in Python. This is mandatory. Abstract method is there, then you should have it. Yeah. Abstract attributes, abstract variables. I don't think such thing exists. Even I am not sure about it. Init method is used for initialization to create the thing is, one more rule is, say. No, we should not. That is the main rule, right? Why do we have abstract class? All the code, complex things should be inside this. Creating an object out of it doesn't make any sense. That's why Python doesn't allow. Yeah, correct. So, if you have this, what is this? Abstract class, right? From abstract class, you cannot create object. So how many things? Abstract class, creation, do ABC. Abstract method, write the decorator. Abstract method. If you are inheriting, then the same method should be exist in the child class. One more thing is, if it is not there, you will get an error. It should be there. And from the abstract class, you cannot create an object. These many things you have to remember. Okay. While we implement this in Django, you will be understanding, oh, this is how this is related. So just now you just have to keep this in mind. This is how it is. This is the concept. Okay. Let's take one example.
Yeah. Sir, like in padding class, we are assigning a variable. Then we use in child
Sorry, 1 second. So we have a parent class.
assigning a variable.
Through, is it a instance variable or a
Class variable.
class variable? Okay. Equals to 10. Yeah, done. Next.
If we don't use in child class,
If we don't use, we don't throw an error, I guess. Let's see. Okay. It will not throw an error. Okay.
what is the abstract class?
Huh?
So abstract class.
But the thing is, rule exists for abstract methods,
Not for variable.
not for the variables. So that's not an issue.
We can use that variable in child var. Suppose we print var.
CS.var, yeah, it will come. Yeah.
In child class,
Child class, if I change the value, if I give var only name there, whatever value I give in the child, that will be taken. So the first priority when we create an object, so yesterday in inheritance I have said, so in inheritance I have a parent, okay, I have a parent, one method is there, what can I say, name, okay, this is one method. The child also, you are inheriting parent, you have a method that will print parent, okay, name that will print parent. When you do, let's say you created an object on this, ch is equal to child, okay, you created an object on child. When you do ch dot name, you will get this one, okay. Let's say this name method is only not there. If you still do ch dot name, first it will check whether that thing exists in the in itself, then it will go to parent. If it is not there, then it will go to parent, okay.
Local variable.
Something like that. First it will check whether I have that property. No, not there. Let me check my parent. Okay. So here I have written underscore here. When I write underscore, this is not like what to say. It's not like I'm not making it private. It is a good way of writing the code, saying that all the private things, I mean, what to say, all internal things, I'm writing in the underscore. I'm not allowing this for the user. Okay, it's like internal functions. It is a good developer practice to keep the internal methods starting with the underscore. Okay, it's not like mandatory to do, but it's better to do. It's a good developer practice. Okay. See, we should not call guest dot serve underscore serve food, guest dot underscore prepare food. Those are all internal functions. Okay, such internal functions we have to start with underscore. It's a good practice. Okay. So in this code, if I run it, so implementation obviously it will start from line number 1. Let me say from line number 25. Okay, what I'm doing in line number 25. Okay, now tell me what is the abstract class here? Wedding is abstract class. Why?
Because it has ABC.
Because it has ABC. Okay, straightforward. In that abstract class, one abstract method is there. Which is that?
Prepare food.
Prepare food. Not enjoy food, prepare food. I have given abstract method. Okay. So, in that other methods also there. One is enjoy food, which is not started with underscore. That means we are using it outside. One more method is there starting with underscore. That means we are using it internally, not for outside people. Okay. So now we have a class something like this. Now tell me, can I do something like object equals to wedding? Okay, can I do?
Yes.
Object equals to wedding. How many yes? So you're saying yes. Okay, how many no? Okay, most of the people. See, as I said, it's a rule number 1. If the class is abstract class, is the wedding is abstract class? If it is abstract, we cannot create object.
You can't follow.
We can't create. We can't do this. Error will be thrown. We can't create an object. Okay. So we can't do this. Then why do we have it? To keep the abstract things inside. Okay. Now I'm creating one more class and I'm inheriting this wedding. I'm inheriting, right? So wedding is abstract class. This is a child class. suppose if I don't have this, what will happen? Yeah, error will be thrown. Why? Because this prepare for is abstract method in the parent. We have to implement it. We need that in child class. That's a rule. Okay. So now I'm creating an object from the class, and I'm able to, if I see in the biryani wedding, I don't have the method called enjoy food. Still I can access. Why? Which OOPS concept is helping me? Inheritance. Correct. Who has that method? Parent. Yeah, parent has that method. That's why we are able to access it. We won't get error, because first it will check. Guess do myself has that method? No, it's not there. Let me check my parent. Enjoy food is there? Yeah, it is there here. What is happening inside that? So it's calling prepare food. These are happening inside. So that is called abstraction. It is calling prepare food. Once again here, this prepare food won't call this one. Who called it? Guest called it. That guest itself has a prepare food. So that will be, I'll write something in the print statement. Okay. So guest is calling enjoy food. Enjoy food is not there here. It will go here. It is saying prepare food. Prepare food is there in the child class. So this will be printed. Okay. Then what is happening? Serve food. Serve is not there here. Then it will check in the parent. This will be printed.
In abstract method, it will not call that prepare food.
Default cooking. Print.
Yeah.
It won't print.
So it will not print the word.
So what if we want to print?
We can call, but that's not a right way to do it. Whatever we have inside abstract method, no, we have to keep it hidden. Okay, we should not call. So such kind of things we have to put inside that. Yeah. Yeah. These are all very theoretical things, might be boring. When we implement it, you might feel interesting. Okay. Just the thing is, you at this moment you have to know what is happening, what is the rule, what we should do, why we should have that practice. That's it. Okay. In this moment you have to know. That's it. So this is abstraction. In the interview, the things will, most of the questions in the written test especially, most of the things will come from the OOPS concept only. So there, these kind of things will be asked. They will give such code, and they will say what is the output. So now, ideally what you will do, guest enjoy food is there. It is not there, you will search here, prepare food. Some people might write this one, default cooking, which is wrong. So that flow you should know. Right. Try with different cases. You will get to know. See, rule is very simple. First it will check whether do I have that thing. If I don't have, I will check with my parent. Okay. So all these four concepts, these are not like independent things. All are working together. Abstraction, inheritance, polymorphism. What else? Abstraction, inheritance, polymorphism, and encapsulation. So all these work together. These are not like independent things, different things. Okay. For at this moment, you just have to know what are these things, what it does, what is the clean flow. If I give any code, you should be able to tell, yeah, this is the output I will get. If you can do that, no, then you are good at this moment. So whenever, I mean, every day I do send the homework, right? Most of the things will be not writing the code. You just have to what is the output. You just have to see that. So try practicing it. Okay. Today also I will be sending some homework. Go through the code. Yeah. If you get any doubt, you should ask. Okay. Yeah, that day some people asked me, uh, yeah. So that day, few people asked me, if I just print the object, I want the details of it. Many people ask that question. Instead of writing display method, if I just print the object, let's say for example, if I don't have this method, if I print it, what do I get? The address, which class it belongs to, that kind of rubbish things will come, right? So if you want clean output, you can use this method, okay? Def underscore underscore str self, whatever you return from that method, that will be clean. If you print the object, what it does is it is overriding that. This will be returned. So now you have a clean output. Many people ask, that's why. Yeah.
How we don't have any child class, how to insert, how to have abstract class, and we don't have any child class, how to exist that abstract class. We already exist. You should know that
You need an implementation.
to create abstract, you have
We need it's mandatory to do the implementation. Otherwise, it's a waste of abstract class. So yeah, is this useful? This method mostly you will be seeing very often in Django models. Okay, this one underscore underscore str.
they will not mention that. You have completed topic.
You guys are answering.
Yes.
Okay. So, yeah, any doubts till here?
So can you explain one solution? A small
Okay.
mini example.
Okay. Okay. So, yeah, look here. So the thing is, till before the test, whatever we did is the basic things. There is no structure, nothing. We won't be writing code in such way in industry, right? We need a proper structure. So that structure will be given by OOPS concept. Okay. So in OOPS, mainly there are two things. Classes will be there, object will be there. Okay. Classes are like blueprints. Yeah. You create once, that is enough. From one class, you can create n number of objects. You can create as many objects you want. Okay. Whatever you define rule in the class, whatever variable you give, whatever method you give, that thing object will be taking. Okay. So that's the relation between class and object. Now the syntax to create a class is very simple. Just write the class keyword, whatever the class name you want to give. For example, student. Okay. Just write the colon. One class will be created. Okay. In every class, you must have this method called init method. Okay. You must have this. In this method, you have to pass. For example, if a student has two things, name and USN. Okay. You need to pass self dot name equals to name. This is USN. Okay. Self dot USN equals to USN. So what happens is, this is the typical good structure of class. Now blueprint is ready. Now you want to create one object. In this class there are many students. Let's say around 30 students are. Okay. Now you want to create student in object in your details. Okay. Now to create an object, the syntax is very simple. Write the object name. I'm giving object 1. Whatever name you want to give, you can give. Equals to whatever the class name we have. No, just write it as it is. Okay. And pass the details. Ignore this self. I will explain what it is. What is the name? What is the USN? Name. What's your name? Raj. Raj. What's your USN? I'm giving 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. That's the roll number. Okay. Now object 1 is created. When you pass these details, Raj will go here. 1, 2, 3, 4 go here. This details will be saved. You create one more object. Object 2 in your details. Okay. What's your name? Anand. I'm giving 4, 3, 2, 1. Here yours. Now two objects got created. These two objects are completely independent. This doesn't know what this does. This doesn't know what this does. Okay, completely independent. But the blueprint is same. Doesn't matter if you are creating from the same class. These are all completely independent. Okay. Now, as you see, there is one keyword called self. What the self is? From one class, there will be many objects, right? So there will be a confusion. To avoid confusion, we have this self. Whoever calling this method, whoever calling the methods of that class, they will become a self. Object 1 is calling, so self will become object 1. Object 2, if object 2 is calling, self will become object 2. Okay. Now, if you want to access the values of this object 1, very simple. Object 1 dot name. Raj will be printed. Object 2 dot name. Anand will be printed. Object 1 dot USN 1, 2, 3, 4 will be printed. Understood? This is the basic things. This is how the class had. Next question. Yeah, next question. No doubts? Any doubts? Any small doubts? Abstract should I explain again? Should I show that? I sent the link yesterday previously. After every class, I will be pushing the code. You use the same link. Code will be updated. Okay.
Before the redundant method,
Huh?
earlier programming that
Huh.
redundant method.
Which one?
That earlier
Testing.
testing that.
One second.
Capitalized exam.
One second. This one.
Yes.
By default, Python will be having one behavior. You are overriding that. Okay. By default, if you do object print object, what happens? One, this address will be printed, right?
Yes.
So what you are doing is when you do __ str, what you are saying to Python is don't show this, show this. You are overriding the behavior there. Yeah. One second. Yeah. Say. Correct. It's not a crime. You are just replacing the behavior. Method override. This we will do very often, okay? Like for example, if parents has something, child is implementing, with the same name you are doing something, that means you are overriding whatever your parent did. Whatever you do, that will be taken. So that's called method override. Yeah, next question. Next question. Food, enjoy food will be called, it will go there, prepare food will come. First, cooking biryani will be the first statement. Should I explain again? Yeah. So, let me start the code from here, okay? This is the abstract class, abstract method I have. I'm inheriting the class. Whatever the abstract method I had, I'm implementing it. So, code is clean right now. Now, let's see the flow. I'm creating an object with the biryani wedding, okay? Giving the object name as guest. Next I'm doing guest.enjoy food. First I will check, do I have enjoy food in this? I don't have. Do my parent have enjoy food? Yes, it has. So it will go here. We will go on self.prepare food. Do I have prepare food? Yes, I have. Then, so cooking there will be printed. Then it will go here. Serve food. Do I have serve food? No, not there. It will go to parent. What is serve food? So every time you do, the child, whatever you do with the child, it will ask, do I have that thing? No. If I don't have, then I will go to parent.
So in parent chart there is a prepare food and there we have initialized default cooking. So it
Yes.
is useless, like because we can't print that.
Yes, you can say some, yeah, you can say that. Yes, you can say that. It's like, it's of no use. Abstract class itself is like that. You will just create a template. Whatever you do with the child only, you just implement the logic there. It will give one structure. You have to do this. It will implement that strict rule. You should do this. It might not do. Doesn't matter. It will give a direction. You have to do this. Any doubts? Okay, there is one more thing called I mean there are many things, but this is quite important. Okay, super method. Super method. So what super method does is, to super method to happen, you need two things. One, you need a father, you need a son who inherits father. Okay. Okay. So let's say father has one function, def work. Okay. It says print I know farming. Okay. Father has that method work. What it printing is I know farming. This is a class. This is also class. Okay. Now son also have the same class. Okay. Same method called work. Self print. What is saying? I know coding. Now tell me, if I do son dot work, what will I get? I have a father class. That's one method called work. What it is saying? I know farming. Son is inheriting father. Same name. Okay. If I have same name, what it is called? Which concept is that? Polymorphism. Yeah. Same name, different behavior. Okay. I'm inheriting it. Here it is saying I know coding. Okay. Now if you create an object with a son, if you call this method work, what will be printed? Whether this or this? I know coding. This will be printed, right? If I do father dot work, what will I get? I know farming. This is very straightforward, right? For example, if son, from son only, if you want to access this method, how will you do?
Father dot son dot father dot father dot work.
So if I do son dot work, this will be printed, right? With the son only, with the method son only, if I want this to be printed, what should I do?
Father dot work.
No.
Son dot father. Underscore something.
So this is what we know till now, right? I'll create an object with son. If I do son dot work, I will ask whether do I have that method. I have that method, so that will be printed. Then it is done. Job is done. Now, if I say I want father's behavior too, and I want my behavior too, both I want to print, then you have to use this keyword called super, and you have to call that method. That's it. So now both the things will be printed. With this object only, with son only, you are able to print this and this both. If you want to call This is like saying, "Baap ko bulao." Okay, you're saying, yeah, you're calling your father, and whatever he does, you're doing that along with whatever you're doing. So super method is like calling father.
Yes, sir.
Any doubts? Next. One second. How many people watch IPL here? So you guys are not seeing the scores? Correct. Usually it is. I mean, polymorphism also there, inheritance also there. So when you do inside search, if you give father, then it's inheritance. If you doing what is it? Polymorphism. Same method name is there, but behavior is different. That is polymorphism. And same. Correct. That is inheritance. So multiple things are happening at a time. Yeah. No, it's a third day for me. Doesn't matter. Yes, tomorrow get here. Me, I'm a KL fan. Delhi? And since I'm Bangalorean, I like RCB, but not personally, just because I'm Bangalorean. Okay. But personally, I like KL. I mean, if everyone knows, then good, right?
I don't know about that, but many people
I mean, if many people knows, we'll just give a brief. If most of them know, then we can see like this. Okay, everyone knows SQL here. Pakka. Everyone.
Yes, sir.
You? Separate class is there for that?
Yes.
Okay. I thought to take one class for SQL. You can skip it maybe. MongoDB, let's connect it after one project. One project we'll make in SQL only with the PostgreSQL. Then we'll do one in Mongo.
Basic
Maybe 30 minutes. Do everyone have Git installed?
Yes, sir.
Everyone? Which version? Does it have version? Yes. What's your version? Is it same, different? I mean, doesn't matter much. Just asking. Okay. Doesn't matter much.
For me, it's come Windows 2.
Okay, okay, fine, not an issue. Yes, everyone has to install Git.
So now,
Git install. Everyone.
laptop.
2.50.
2.50. I mean, it doesn't matter much.
2.53.0.
I installed Git 5-6 years ago. Okay, guys, let's have a discussion on version control. Okay. So, what is version control? What's version control? Anyone? No idea. Let's take one situation. Yes.
Version control that control every system, and the code is from different version for everyone. So it will provide according to that system. It will modify according to that system.
Satisfied. Any other answer? Okay. Let me give an example. Let's take one situation. Okay. Everyone here had a final year project, right? Final year project. This is one of the biggest headache in engineering life. Okay. Only because, not because we have to create a project, because the thing we have to deal with our mentor. What do you guys call? Guide. Project guide. Yeah. Project guide. I hate her, okay? Project guide. So she gave me trauma. Okay. Yeah. So why the trauma? Because I'll go on day one. Yeah, alignment issue, correct. Alignment issue. So I'll go day one and I will show the final report, okay? Report. This report might be around 300 pages. Okay? Just because one page doesn't have page number, she will say reprint everything. Right? So that's kind of headache I got. Yeah. So I think they have some dealing with the Xerox shop. So the thing is, I go day one, I give the report, I show to the project guide, and let it be around 300 pages. She will say, no, not good. Okay? This will be saved. Let's say it's in the Word file. It's a Word file. Okay? Let's say you are saying report final dot, what is the extension for Word? Doc. Okay? So you give this name and she will reject it. Okay? Now one more. Okay? Let's say first thing we assume you are only there in the team. Okay? You are the only person in the team. This is situation number one. Okay? Now you name it as report final and you give it to your mentor or guide, and she will say no, it's not good. So next you make some changes. And go day 2. Report again. Okay. Now it's around 310 page. Once again she will reject no. Okay. This happens multiple times until day 10. Okay. By day 10, this report final, that name, this is one copy. Okay. This will be around 10 MB. Okay. day 2 you rename as report final 2. Report final 2.docs. Okay. On day 3 you do report last final docs. Then on day 4 you do report final ultimate docs. Then again, each copy will be 10 MBs. Okay. Then again, now you come here, report final last ultimate climax docs. Okay. Now everything will be 10 MBs. Okay. We did it. Right now you have 100 MB folder. All you need is out of this only one good version. Okay. Now on day 10 she says this is worst. Day 10 is worst. Whatever you shown before, this is better. Okay. Sometimes you might see one of the way to do is create a copy, save as a different version. Right? That is one of the method. What if you did not follow this? In the same file, you keep on repeating the changes. And on the day 10, she says, whatever you shown before, that was better. Go through this. Now, how will you go back? You can't. If you have this kind of version, one headache is there. Multiple, storage it will take, right? If you keep on changing the same file, you won't be able to go back. If you switch off the laptop, and you can't do undo again. So that's a headache, right? So what is the solution? If you kept on changing one file only, you cannot go back at all. That is problem number 1. If you are creating multiple copies, you are creating more spaces, right? And even if she say previous version was better, which previous version? Who knows? I created multiple copies, right? We don't know. So, change the mentor. Okay. When it's too late. Okay. If you go to another mentor also, she will also say the same. Will you change the college?
Sir, go to main mentor.
All mentors same. Okay. So, now what if I say, what if you had a superpower to go back in time and check whatever things I had? Basically, if you are able to do time travel, how do you feel? Right. So, time travel is, this version control is there. No, that is nothing but we can able to time travel. We can go to past, we can go to future, we can go and see who changed what, when, everything, all details. So that kind of tracking system Git will provide. Git is a version control. Okay? This is version 1, version 2, version 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 up to 10. Each version, each thing when you create, that is called commit. Each commit. Each new things you add, you change you do the changes, that will become new commit. Then if you want to go back in time, then you can get that through the command called git history. You can do git history and see what all happened before, on which day what happened, who changed. This problem is fine, somewhat fine if you are working with only single person. If you are only one person doing it. If 4 person dealing with the same file, you also changing the header, your teammate also changing the header, both will come together and say this is my version, this is your version, which should I accept? That conflict is there, no? So all these headaches, if both the people changing the same content, then which one can I say, which one is correct, which one is wrong? So all these kind of many headaches are there. So all these headaches we can solve using this tool called Git. Every developer must know this. Without knowing Git, you are not a developer. Yeah. Git will help you to do the time traveling. Who did what, when, what happened, what was the previous version, what is the current version. Everything you can do using Git. Okay. And even if you make some mistakes also, it is fine. I have a good version before. Let me go back. If I have 10 version, if this is better. You made some mistakes here. Code crashed. Something happened. It's okay. I'll go back here. Okay. So that is what version control is. Any doubts? Yeah, any doubts, guys? Okay, so that is what a version control is. One of the famous version control is Git. Okay, I only know Git, so only Git. Okay, so this Git is, it has one scope. Okay, scope means what is its limitation? It's in local. Okay, Git is local, only your system, only your laptop. You can use Git. If you want to, for example, as I said, Git will help you to do time travel, right? All the changes will be saved somewhere. What if I say your laptop is only not working anymore? Or laptop, someone stole your laptop, or someone broke your laptop, or some bad things happens, right, in life. So let's say you had everything in your local system, in your laptop. Local means laptop, okay. You had everything. So now you want some savior, so that even if you lose your laptop, or even if something happens wrong with your laptop also, still you want somewhere to store your code permanently. Even if you die, that should exist. So to store that, we have it. It will store remotely in its own server. Okay. Local Git, remote GitHub. So everyone must have should install Git in your machine, and GitHub account you should have. Any doubts, guys? Okay, so just today I'll just teach basic things in Git. Okay, maybe we can go in depth later. So right now I have Git installed in my laptop. I have a GitHub account. I have to connect these two things, right? For that I have commands and all. Everyone has laptop? Everyone? Yeah. Then I will show directly. So this is my GitHub account, okay? Yeah. Yeah, everyone open this. If you go to home page, you can see a plus button here, new repository. You have to do this. Okay. Repository is nothing but a folder. Okay. Folder, repository, directory, you can see. Repo equals to folder. Root folder, okay. Main top folder. Okay, let's create one repo. What shall we create? Python class. Under your username, this repo name should be unique. It has to be available. You can't create two repo names with the same names. Okay. You can ignore this description. You can, yeah, here. This is important. Private and public. So whenever you are creating a project that is for public, if you are not, if you are okay with anyone seeing your code, then you can make it public. If you are creating any private project, for example, if you are in any startup or if you are in any company, there your repositories will not be public. It will be private. To access it, you need a permission. So that is private repository. Okay. Right now you can create in public mode only. As you can see here, anyone on the internet can see this repository. Anyone in the internet can see this, and they can clone also. And you choose who can see, come into this. Private, we are restricting it. It's not for everyone. Okay. And readme file. We use this readme file to write about our project. When I say about, what all that project contains, how to run that project, every project command will be different, right? In Python also we have different command for Flask, different command for Django. For each project, command will be different. So you write all those details in this file, readme file. Okay. Whenever, sometimes as an assignment, as a technical assignment, part of placement, they will give some project. Okay. Some assignment. At that time, it is mandatory to have this file. Without this file, your project will straight away will be rejected. So you have to write the readme file, at least basic description about your project and how to run that project, basic commands. Okay. Then git ignore. Okay. So